tears before the altar. A soft piano score plays as the camera glides over rose petals and chandeliers. Guests in elegant attire murmur as they wait for the groom. Zara Ibrahim, 38, stands at the far end of the aisle, a vision of beauty in white lace. But something is wrong. Her hands tremble. Her eyes scan the crowd, searching. Whispers erupt. Phones begin to buzz. The groom, Femi, is missing. Zara's phone vibrates. A message. "I'm sorry. I can't do this." Her knees buckle. Her mother, Mama Rahila, rushes forward. "Ya Allah, Zara, hold yourself. The cameras are watching." Zara, choking. "You didn't even look me in the eye, Mama." Her makeup melts with her tears as silence falls over the hall.
Collapse and shame. The once celebratory space is quiet now. Zara sits in her wedding gown, makeup ruined, barefoot on the cold floor. A bottle of red wine sits open beside her. The lights are off, just one flickering candle. Her best friend, Tunde Olalekan, 40, knocks gently and steps inside. "You don't have to say anything. I'm just here to be here." Zara looks at him, her voice hollow. "Do you know what it means to be 38, educated, successful, and still left behind?"
Tunde's silence is loud. His eyes reveal a quiet heartbreak he's carried for years. Family meeting. A woman too old? A family meeting is called. Zara sits like a defendant before a jury. Mama Rahila fumes. Uncle Taiwo leans in with patriarchal venom. Mama Rahila, this is your third engagement. What are you doing wrong, Zara? Maybe you're too proud, too picky. Uncle Taiwo, no man wants an overripened mango. You're not 20 anymore. Zara, maybe I'd rather be ripe than rot in silence with a man who doesn't love me. Her father, Baba Tanko, silently observes. He doesn't defend her, but his eyes speak volumes.
Flashbacks. The men who couldn't stay. Age 25. A love lost to the lure of a UK visa. Age 30. A politician who wanted a trophy, not a woman. Age 34. A pious suitor who deemed her too opinionated. Age 36. A man who loved her brilliance but feared her strength. Each relationship crumbles. Each scene ends with Zara alone, more silent, more guarded. They say I'm too educated, too strong, too much. But never once did they ask what I needed.
The gossip and the glass ceiling. Zara walks into cold stares and murmurs. Her assistant stutters awkwardly. A coworker whispers, "She was left again." Men fear her kind. She walks into the boardroom with dignity, delivers a flawless presentation, only to watch her younger male colleague get the promotion she earned. Boss, casual. Your energy might be better suited for softer roles. Zara closes her file slowly. Maybe your company deserves softer minds.
Tunde's silent love. Zara and Tunde sit palm wine under the stars. She finally laughs, a raw, broken laugh. "I think I'm cursed, Tunde. Maybe I'm just unlovable." Tunde, maybe you've only ever been with men who never deserved you. Zara looks at him, long pause. "Then why didn't you ever try?" Tunde gazes at her, holds breath. "I was waiting for you to see me."
Shocking twist. Femi's secret. Zara receives a call. She races to the hospital. Femi, her runaway groom, is on a stretcher, pale, weak. He looks up as she walks in. Femi, barely audible. "I'm sorry. I have cancer. I was diagnosed a month before our wedding. I didn't want you to suffer. Zara, staggering backwards. You broke me. To save me. He cries. His mother begs for forgiveness. Zara turns to leave. She forgives, not with words, but with a final glance of mercy.
Zara's spiritual rebirth. Zara prays in silence. The rows of women bow. Tears streak down her cheeks.
If I never marry, if I never hold another hand in this life, let me not die having hated myself for being complete alone. A soft glow enters the mosque. Her face radiant, not from makeup, but from surrender. A walk into daylight. Zara steps into the sunlight in a graceful green kaftan. Market women nod respectfully. She walks with quiet power, not waiting to be chosen. Tunde watches from afar, pride in his eyes. He holds a small box in his pocket, but doesn't approach yet. Tunde. Sometimes, the bravest thing a man can do is wait for a woman who chooses herself first.
Closing monologue. Zara, they said I was too old, too educated, too much. But maybe I was just too real for boys dressed as men. This heart still beats, not because someone gave it love, but because I learned how to give it back to myself first.
The man who waited in silence. Young Zara, 21, delivers a passionate presentation. In the back sits Tunde, 23, quiet, scribbling in a notebook, mesmerized by her confidence. I loved her in silence, when I had nothing, not even the courage to say her name out loud. Present day, old friend, new feelings. Tunde arrives with food, homemade yam porridge and sobo. You're either trying to bribe me or marry me. What if it's both? A beat of silence. Zara's smile fades. The wounds are too fresh. Don't play with me, Tunde. I'm not whole enough to be anyone's bride. Tunde looks down, then softly says, I've waited 17 years. I can wait a little longer. Therapy session. Zara sits on the couch. Tears are close, but won't fall. I'm afraid of needing him, of believing in someone again. What if it ends the same? Dr. Olukemi. Love isn't the absence of risk, Zara. It's the courage to be seen and still be chosen. Tunde's secret love. He opens an old box. Inside, Zara's college photo, a dried rose, and letters never sent. Flashback to 2008, University Hostel. Tunde writes a love letter, but tears it up after seeing Zara hug her boyfriend. Back to present. Tunde whispers alone in the dark. You were always my lighthouse, but I stayed in the storm. Zara's mother softens. Mama Rahila prepares eforiro as Zara enters, somber. You're still not married, but I was wrong to think that made you less. Mama, I'm just tired of trying to be enough. Mama Rahila embraces her for the first time in a long time, not as a disappointment, but as a daughter. The rooftop conversation. Zara and Tunde sit side by side, Lagos skyline shimmering. The air is quiet and heavy with emotion. I've lost so much. I don't even believe in the word us anymore. I don't want a fairy tale. I just want the truth, even if it's messy, even if you're scared. I'll be here.
A message that changes everything. Zara's phone buzzes. She checks the message. Her hands shake. Ask Tunde about the child he has in Benin. Her world crashes again, this time not from abandonment, but from betrayal. The room spins. The screen fades to black. The confrontation. Tunde arrives with a smile. Zara's expression is cold, wounded. "Do you have something to tell me?" I brought you breakfast." "Do you have a child, Tunde?" He pauses, deflates, slowly nods. "Yes, I didn't want to lie, but I didn't know how to tell you. I didn't even know he existed until 5 years ago." Zara, tears falling. "Every man I've loved has hidden a piece of himself from me. Why did I think you'd be different?" Zara's spiritual test. Zara sits alone on a bench, hijab wrapped loosely, watching children play. A Quran lies beside her. "They say women should be soft, but what if life carved me into stone? How do I let water flow again?" She opens the Quran, tears dripping silently. Her faith doesn't erase the pain, but it steadies her trembling soul. Closing monologue. Zara, over a montage of her standing in front of her mirror, removing makeup. "I have learned that silence can hold love, and truth can break it. But maybe the greatest love is not in perfection, but in choosing to stay, even after the mirror cracks."